Hi everyone and welcome to Real China. Now let's kick off this week by taking a look at a science fiction action movie from last year. It's called Future Ex-Cops and it's directed by prolific Hong Kong filmmaker Wong Jing. Now the movie begins in the year 2080 with a bunch of cyborg terrorists led by the evil Kalon. Reminds me of Blade Runner. Now Kalon and his gang of misfits plan to murder Dr. Masterson, the brain behind a solar-based clean energy source, while he's visiting a museum. Reminds me of Highlander 2. Now happily for the old doctor, those heroic cops manage to prevent his assassination. But they can't stop Kalon grabbing a time machine and travelling back to the year 2020, where he plans to alter history by killing Masterson in his youth. Reminds me of the Terminator. Now, rather than dispatch a whole army of cops, the authorities send back a cybernetically enhanced Andy Lau, whose wife was murdered by Kalon sometime in the past. Looks a bit like RoboCop's lower-budget Asian cousin to me. Anyway, Andy's character, Kid Zhao, manages to fall in love with a 2020 lady played by megastar Barbie Hsu. That's a real slap in the face for his dead wife. Anyway, check out the futuristic trailer.
我希望你们要小心一点，这帮杀手都是半人半机械的怪物。
有人说你是超人，
谁说我是超人啊？还不过来扶我？我可能1个月后就走了。
如果我愿意只爱你1个月呢？
Wow, doesn't it look cool, eh? I love anything involving cyborgs and time travel. Throw in a robotic cop bent on vengeance, and you have a film that can rival anything churned out by Wells or Godard. In theory, at least. Next up is our weekly gossip section. Let's go over to our very own Real China gossip girl, Keijin, to find out the latest movie news. So Keijin, how are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
Reasonable. So
summer's coming,
it
so
is, isn't
very
it?
exciting. I have a very cool lineup of summer releases for you this week.
Okay, so let's go. Let's start with Hollywood movies that are being released in China. Go on then.
Lots of sequels this year.
As
we
always.
have Pirates of the Caribbean 4.
Oh, that's Johnny Depp, Penelope Cruz looking for the Fountain of Youth.
Very good.
No Orlando Bloom this time. You don't like him.
Not bad news.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda 2.
Yeah. What's it called?
It's called Kaboom of Doom.
Oh, you got it right this time.
I love the name.
In rehearsals, it was the Kadoom of Boom. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Got it right.
That's not true. Anyway, and we also have Cars 2, Transformers 3.
Oh, Transformers 3. I have to say, I hate the first 2 Transformers. And I've seen the trailer for the third. It looks rubbish. But Megan Fox, who can't act, has been replaced by Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, who also can't act. But who is she?
Victoria's Secret Angel.
She's an angel. Do you think you could be an angel one day?
Maybe.
If all the other angels died.
Why do I put up with this every week?
Okay, so what else? Any other Western films?
We also have the second half of Harry Potter 7.
Oh, yes, Harry Potter 7. I tell you, I was so disgusted with Warner Brothers when they decided to make part 7 into 2 parts because really, nothing happened for 2 hours in the first one. And they made so much money. Did you go and see it?
I didn't even bother.
Keijin showed wisdom for once. Well done to you.
Thank you.
I'm so angry now. Let's just move on to Chinese movies.
All right, competing with these Hollywood blockbusters, we have Overheard 2.
Which I'm guessing is the sequel to Overheard.
Well done.
Well done to me, yeah.
Now, it's about surveillance experts, so it's a thriller, but we have the director who brought us Infernal Affair.
Okay, and who stars in it?
We have Daniel Wu.
Oh, he's your favourite. Go on, give me a Daniel Wu. Go on.
Daniel Wu.
Oh, Daniel Wu! Okay, there we go.
Anyway.
Anyone else?
Louis Koo.
Louis Koo is in everything these days.
Of course.
Literally, that man is everywhere. Okay,
We also have Painted Skin too.
Okay, that's the supernatural one about fox spirits, right?
Indeed.
The original had Zhao Wei, but she's not coming back, is she?
No.
No Zhao Wei, but we still have the super hottie, Sun Li.
Sun Li, exactly.
Ring-a-ding-ding, Sun Li, okay.
And Donnie Yen, your
Johnny,
favorite.
okay.
Exactly. And also something quite different, Dynamic Angels. It's about women who play extreme sports.
Oh, which women in particular?
Now, the choice of actresses is fascinating. We have Tang Wei from Last Caution, Cecilia Chen from, rom-coms, All's Well, Ends Well, and, like Renee Liu. It's just like...
Oh, she was in A World Without Thieves.
Exactly, who have been doing drama and rom-coms, and they're like on the skateboards now.
Are we going to see them on a skateboard?
So bizarre.
Can you skateboard?
I used to when I was a teenager.
Can't imagine it. Okay,
Anyway.
but that's kind of exciting. Was it Dynamic Angels?
Dynamic Angels,
Well,
exactly.
Tong Wei's an angel, that's for sure. Okay, so which one do you think is going to be triumphant? Are we going to see China victorious or Hollywood victorious?
Well, as much as I look forward to see Overheard 2, I have to say Hollywood because, just look at the lineup.
Well, you can't beat robots. You can't beat robots and you can't beat Harry Potter.
Hot girls, animation, Pixar, 3D.
But let's just take a step back because, the Chinese government often keeps Western movies out of China. There's only a limited number that can come in. So I think that kind of limits the competition, but still, robots. Robots will win. Anyway, you go off and you look at pictures of Daniel Wu. I'll go off and look at some pictures of Sun Li, which is what I usually do after filming and every day, actually. And say bye-bye then.
See you next week.
XOXO.
Fascinating stuff. Now let's go over to our mini-blog reporter, Zheng Lin.
Hi guys, and welcome to this week's mini-blog. Spring seems to be the season of celebrity weddings, and last week saw yet another famous lady tie the knot. The star in question is Taiwan actress Kelly Lin, of Tokyo Trial fame, who got married in the Maldives on March 28th. Lucky girl. Unlike Barbie Xu and Wang Xiaofei, who married several weeks ago, Lin didn't say anything about her wedding to the public, and she only invited about 30 relatives and friends to the ceremony. Even the media was left in the dark. That'll teach Barbie Xu the real definition of low-key. One of Lin's friends, super hottie Xu Qi, flew to the Maldives to attend the wedding with a pair of gold bangles as gifts. Lin's husband is a Chinese businessman in America. The two of them actually met for the first time 8 years ago, but it wasn't until their second meeting last October that the pair finally hooked up. Talk about the long wait. Let's hope Lin and her husband can have as much success in real life as she's had on the silver screen. Good luck, Kelly. That's all from me this week. Back to you in the studio, Rob.
Great stuff, Zheng Lin. Now let's wrap things up this week with a rundown of the top 5 movies at the Chinese box office.
Rounding out the top 5 this week is Hollywood sci-fi I Am Number 4. Alex Pettyfer stars as John, an alien sent to Earth as a child to escape the invaders who destroyed his home planet. Australian hottie Teresa Palmer adds buckets of glamour as a female alien. Holding steady at number 4 is Wu Er-shan's The Butcher, the Chef and the Swordsman. Kitty Zhang and Yo Ben Chang star in China's latest costume kung fu comedy. Slipping to third is Australian-Chinese co-production The Dragon Pearl. A young boy travels to China to visit his father on a dig, and with the help of a new Chinese friend, discovers a real-life but benevolent dragon. Jurassic Park star Sam Neill leads the international cast.
真命传人，必须把图书还给神。
Just missing out on the top spot this week is suspense thriller The Man Behind the Courtyard House. Hong Kong legend Simon Yam stars as a former criminal who tries to go straight after a decade behind bars. But it isn't long before he returns to his old ways. And finally, topping the charts for the second week in a row is Battle Los Angeles, a sci-fi action epic from director Jonathan Liebsman. The Dark Knight star Aaron Eckhart heads the cast as a veteran soldier leading a platoon of Marines against alien invaders in the City of Angels.
Well, I'm afraid that's pretty much all we've got time for this week, but don't be too upset, because Real China will be back bringing you the latest movie news and your favorite regular segments next week. Bye for now.